Good afternoon, members of the council. My name is James Pagliarini. I come to you before on many different notes. I wear 4 different hats, so hopefully I'll get 8 minutes to speak instead of just 2.
I don't know about that.
Reiterating what my colleagues have said, we have over 50 farmers outside that aren't going to speak, but they all came down and showed their support. We have approximately 700 farmers in the state. Rhode Island Farm Bureau consists of almost 3,000 people of allied groups like ourselves. It's an ocean state. Not only do we worry about agriculture, but we also worry about things like aquaculture. If we lose things like that, we're going to be losing our identity on top of it. Things that we cannot control, things like the estate tax, that makes it even more difficult to stay in business as it is, because we can't take our product and move it out of state. I can't pick up my manufacturing plant and move it to North Carolina. We're stuck here. Most of us have been stuck here for generations. Not that it's a problem, because we love being here. That's why we stay. I'm a member of a family-owned business. My grandfather started in 1936 in the middle of the worst depression this country's ever seen. In June, we will be celebrating our 75th anniversary. If we make 80 or 85, we don't know. Hopefully we will, and hopefully the 4th generation will come in. It's getting harder and harder to do so with the amount of overhead that we constantly endure. I'm also the past president of Rhode Island Nursemen's Association, and on the legislative committee. You'll be hearing from other members of my association in the near future. Rhode Island Nursemen's Landscape Association, leading horticultural industry, landscape industry association in the state of Rhode Island. Our members include nurseries, landscape contractors, arborists, irrigation specialists, masons, garden centers, turf farmers, landscape designers, vegetable growers, cut flower growers, florists, and many others. Although our professional experiences are diverse, we are united in a strong belief that as a planned tax increase will be detrimental to the RINLM members, businesses, and thousands like them throughout the state. We approximately have over 11,000 employees. We are a seasonal business, so not only can we not make our income in the winter like other industries do, but we're also against weather and time. This will also negatively affect the fact that not only will we decrease in members of employment, but we will definitely, at least my business, will not be enacting the hiring of outside labor, because you will be taxing that. I cannot pass on a tax of 6% on top of rented labor to my customers. People have talked about how they have not taken an increase in their personal pay in the last 3 or 4 years. My brothers and I haven't taken an increase in our pay in 5 years, and on top of that, our expenses have gone up over 20%. Also, if laid off or fired or having a problem in the winter, we cannot collect as business owners. So it's catching us from all sides. We have a service that cannot be moved out of state. If you have a customer that you are cutting the lawn on and you're going to go back and charge them 6%, you will lose the account. Not only is it tough times, but we are being asked to reduce our prices, not increase them. We are also competing against people like students and retired firemen and everyone else that's out there that don't carry the license that we have. In also doing that, our services will leave the state. It's costing us not 6% to continue to do business here, but more in the reference of 20. You want me to add on a service tax that I have to collect. Now, what happens when I go to a business and do the job? I have to collect the 6%, and before I can, the company goes out of business on me. That has happened 19 times to me in the last 18 months. How do I go about that after already adding another person on my payroll to collect this tax? This would be a major hit for us. If you told me that it was $165 per person times 1 million people, I'll be more than happy to pay $165 per person right now, not to incur any more taxes. This is not going to help our industry in any way, shape, or form.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Seeing none, gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm sorry, Representative Norton, I apologize.
Yeah, this is just a brief comment. Thank you so much for not only having the survival of farming industry, but its growth. And I appreciated, Bill, your update on your plans for the sweet corn, but we didn't hear from Wayne about the strawberry forecast.
The strawberries are looking very good. And if you're a good girl, we may get some down here for you this year.
Thank you. Well, and for the farmers who are up in room 313, I can just tell them thank you very much for coming out, and they have been well represented here today. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your testimony.
Thank you.